What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Poke Office. My name is Colin. In today's video, we are looking at my top picks for investing in single Pokemon cards in October 2023. It's crazy how fast time is moving. Some of these cards, the Pokemon economy is going down a little bit, but 151 is bringing it back up, which is absolutely crazy. The 151 market is actually doing quite well, holding strong, whereas like Obsidian Flames, Paldea Evolve, Scarlet and Violet base set, not holding that strong. So kind of crazy. Then we got the alt arts of Sword and Shield that have been a little bit up and down lately. So we're going to look at all of that and my top picks. Before we do that, I had a giveaway going on last week where I was giving away 4 packs of 151 to one lucky subscriber. The winner is Kendo Pylor 2012. Congratulations. See down below in the description for how to contact me to win your prize, and I'll send it out to you. For this week, why not give away another 4 packs of 151? It's the newest set. It's amazing. I'm loving every second of it. So if you want to be entered to win, make sure that number 1, you subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on. Number 2, hit the like button. Number 3, leave a comment telling me your best pick for investing in a single card in October 2023. Let's get to the data, and then afterwards, we'll rip into some 151. Okay, here we go. We're going to look at some alternate arts on sale right off the bat, starting with Tyranitar, the Sleepy Tea from Battle Styles, currently at $99.12. This card has actually dipped down below $100. The low was $94.37, but that was a few weeks ago. Now you can see it's starting to climb back up. So if you don't have this card and you want this card, now might be the time to do so. I think alternate arts out of Sword and Shield are going to perform extremely well over the long term. And long term, we're talking about like 2 to 5 years, not like 2 to 5 months. That's not what I'm talking about. And of course, more often than not, I'm talking about like completing your set or cards that you really want for your collection, more than like just buying these as a good investment to like make millions of dollars. That's not what we're talking about. Talking about investing in Pokemon cards for your collection, for your fun, for your hobby. And if you want these cards and like buying singles, now is the time to do so. Next on the list, the Blaziken VMAX. Actually crazy because this one is not that much talked about compared to like the big hitters like Umbreon VMAX, Giratina V, Rayquaza V, Lugia. But this card is so amazing. I love the artwork. And the population report on PSA is actually quite low on this one compared to some of the other cards. So I could see this card doing quite well over time because of those reasons. And it's on sale right now. Started 3 months ago at $209.68, now down to $176.84, which is a 15.7% drop over the last 3 months. Speaking of big hitters, this Rayquaza VMAX always has been fighting the Giratina V from Lost Origin for that number 2 most valuable card out of Sword and Shield. Right now, it's down a little bit to $266.86. Actually hit a low not that long ago of $254. So it's not down much over the last 3 months, but still it's like trying to find its new place as the Pokemon market has been receding a little bit since Scarlet and Violet has taken over. But it sure seems like 151 is bringing people back and bringing new people back into the hobby, which is really, really fun. Then, of course, we got the biggest card out of Sword and Shield, the Umbreon VMAX. Started $617 only 3 months ago, and it has dropped $100. Currently sitting at $515.43. So a 16.5% drop. I mean, this card was too expensive, really. There's lots of these cards as PSA 10s, like the population report is in the thousands. And I think it just was a little bit too much. Am I thinking that it's going to continue dropping? No, I think this card is going to hold huge value for a long time yet to come. And over time, I think it's still going to be the top card out of Sword and Shield era, and I think it's going to do really well. But at the same time, there are so many reprints of Evolving Skies in like tins and Costco packs and all sorts of different stuff where people were pulling this card. Like it's not like one of those cards that only has 100 PSA 10 copies. It has lots. So this card had peaked a little bit too early. Now it's coming back down to earth just ever so slightly. But long term, like 5 years from now, I think this card is going to do extremely, extremely well. That's my opinion, of course. Next, we got the Charizard from Celebrations, and this one is definitely on sale. This card has always been in that like $75 to $85 range with the spikes up and down. Now it's down to $64.28. So 23% drop. I've never seen this card this low. So will it continue going down, or is now the time to buy it to get it on sale to add it to your collection? Not 100% sure, but definitely one to keep your eye on right here, the Charizard from Celebrations. Speaking of one to keep your eye on, this is definitely one on the list that I'm keeping my eye on, the Machamp V from Astral Radiance. The more I see this card and I talk about this card, the more I want this card because I think the artwork is so stinking cool. I love it. And it's currently on sale. Like back in August, there, it took a big nosedive from over $100, now down below $90. So it started at 103.91. Now it's at $87.02, a 16.3% drop. Definitely one of the alt arts that I haven't pulled that I really want for my collection. Okay, we're moving on to my favorite card out of Sword and Shield, and the one that I talked about, fighting for that number 2 most valuable card out of Sword and Shield with the Rayquaza VMAX from Evolving Skies. We're talking about the Giratina V alt art from Lost Origin. And this one, for a long time, I've said it many times, I never thought this card would see the day where it would be under $300 again, but the day has come. It's been here for a while, actually. So we started at $289.58. Then it spiked back above 300 to 309.70. Now it's hit a low of 268 really recently, and now it's jumped back up a little bit to 275.61. So this card is just like, it's spectacular in my opinion. I love it, and definitely one that I mean, if the price is right, I would add another one to my collection. I still haven't pulled this card, which is something that I just have to do at some point in my life. Whether I'm ever going to do it or not is another story. But I do have a copy of it that's currently at PSA, which is kind of fun. Next up, we got another Giratina. This one, the V-Star from Crown Zenith. And again, these gold cards are losing value. Like Crown Zenith has not held its value very well. This card was well over $100 for a long time after release, and finally, over the last 3 months, it's dropped. Started at 107.05, now it's down to $86.35, which that's a big drop for the top card out of Crown Zenith. If you're looking to add this one to your collection, another one to keep your eye on as the price has been slowly declining. Hey, before we carry on, I just wanted to let you know about my partnership with TCG and Games.com. He's got great stock, great availability, great prices, and he treats me like gold. He'll treat you like gold too. So if you want 5% off your next order, go to TCGandGames.com, use the promo code ThePokeyOffice, and get your discount. Okay, I usually don't do this, but next up, I'm talking about Obsidian Flames and some of like the $5 to $10 cards, just because I think they're such a steal of a deal right now. Not that I think that they're going to do like crazy things for investment purposes, but if you need to add it to your collection, or if you just love the artwork on these cards like I do, I think these are some really, really good buys right now. Starting off with the Gloom. Look at this card. It's like the artwork is just spectacular in Obsidian Flames, which is just kind of mind blowing that Obsidian Flames is crashing so hard. The Gloom from Obsidian Flames, currently $3.46. Next up, we got the Cleffa, arguably the most gorgeous Pokemon card ever created. Like, seriously, that's how clean and good looking this one is. Currently at $4.92, so an under a $5 card. Next, we have the Scizor, $5.21. Not like the most gorgeous card, but it's really, really cool. And I like the dark red in the Scizor card. I think it's awesome. Next, a special illustration rare, the Gita. I think this artwork is spectacular, and the card is only $5.50. How can you get special illustration rare cards for under $10? Well, you just go to Obsidian Flames because there's a few of them, which is just mind-blowing to me. And then another one that's a contender for one of the most gorgeous cards ever is this Ninetales, $8.37. But are you kidding me? Obsidian Flames just has this most gorgeous artwork in the illustration rare department, and almost all the cards are just like kind of dirt cheap right now. So if you want cool looking cards for your collection, Obsidian Flames is the place to go. Next, we're talking about cards I'm looking at right now. I've already talked about a couple of them, but we're also talking about the Miriam from Scarlet and Violet base set. This card down 31% over the last 3 months, currently at $36.43. One to watch out for because it has that waifu characteristics. This card was a $75 card when Scarlet and Violet first came out. And the Japanese version of Miriam is not doing too bad at all. Next, we have the Magikarp from Paldea Evolved, one that's actually done really, really well. And speaking in general, Paldea Evolved has done really, really well. Definitely one of the sleeper sets, in my opinion. I think it's the best set so far out of Scarlet and Violet, at least out of the main series sets, not including 151. And this card, it started off quite low on pre-release, spiked up huge on opening weekend, came back down, and now has been steadily climbing little by little, currently at $53.29. An absolutely gorgeous card. I love everything about it. And then in Paldea Evolved, the top card of the set, the Iono Special Illustration Rare. This one on a downward trend a little bit, started at 114.06, now down to $96.02. So it's a 15.8% drop over the last 3 months. Reason I love this again is because the artwork is gorgeous. You have the waifu characteristics on here. It's a really playable card in the TCG, and the Japanese version of this card is still gangbusters. So definitely one to keep your eye on. I think this one could do well over time. Then we already talked about this one, the Machamp V. I just think that this one is on sale right now, and I think this one, personally, might go back up above $100 at some point. We also talked about this one, the Blaziken VMAX. Definitely a card I want to add to my repertoire, and it's just been trending downwards for quite a while now, $176.84 when it was well above $200 6 months ago, which is crazy. Last but not least, we're talking about Scarlet and Violet 151, which is actually a week and a half in doing quite well. There's some cards that are holding their value really good. There's some cards that are climbing. Of course, there's some cards that are on the decline a little bit since release day, but here's some quick looks at them. The starters, Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, all doing really, really good, especially that Charmander. A $36 card, absolutely stunning. The Squirtle, absolutely stunning. The Bulbasaur, probably my least favorite artwork out of the three, but still all three evolution lines of the starters are absolutely stunning. And then we have the final evolutions for all three, also doing quite well in the market. The Charizard EX had dropped down to $100 and now is back up to $130. So it's holding its value quite well. The Blastoise started at like $35, $40, moved up to $51, and the Venusaur has kind of stayed static right around that $40 mark, which I think is really good prices for these. Like, there is a lot of value in 151 right now. Whether or not that will continue to hold, I kind of think so. The pull rates are a lot tougher in 151. People love 151. People are flocking back to Pokemon for 151. And of course, it's just the most popular 151 Pokemon out there, being the original 151. So I have lots to love about 151, especially these starters and their evolution lines. I think they're really cool, but lots of value to be pulled from 151, which we're going to try and do right now. All right, so I want to know what you think. Do you think my picks are good? Do you think my picks are bad? Do you have other picks that I didn't talk about? Let me know down in the comments below. And I just opened up a 151 Elite Trainer box, so that has 9 packs in it. So I decided that we'll have a quick shot at pulling some cards that we talked about. So I have 1 pack of Scarlet and Violet, 1 pack of Paldea Evolved, 1 pack of Obsidian Flames, and then the 9 packs of 151. Let's get into it, baby. So Scarlet and Violet base set. We have the Miriam, which is the big card that we want to pull out of this one. I have yet to pull it. I actually bought a copy a couple months ago, I guess. So I paid 50 Canadian for it, which I was okay with. And nada on that pack. So then we're moving into Paldea Evolved. I have not pulled the Iono Special Illustration Rare. I did pull the Ultra Rare Iono, and I also pulled the Magikarp not too long ago on the channel, and that's pretty awesome. I actually sent that in for grading, and I got my grades, my PSA returned back. So check out later on this week, I'm recording a video about that, which is going to be super, super fun, and you'll see the grades I got. Magikarp being one of them, and the Iono Special Illustration Rare that I purchased from a friend here also got graded, so pretty cool. But currently, for Paldea Evolved and Scarlet and Violet base set. Now we're on to Obsidian Flames, and other than that Charizard Special Illustration Rare, you're not having a ton of cards in this set where you're going to pull huge value from, but you're going to pull a lot of really cool artwork cards from. So let's see if we can get something going on here. We have yet to pull something, but when you only open one pack of each one. Oh, the Scizor. That's one of the ones we talked about right here. It's a $5 card, but look at that artwork. It's just spectacular. Unbelievable. And something in the back as well. 3, 2, 1. Askew EX Terra card. That is a really, really nice double banger pack to kick us off for the 9 packs of 151 that we are about to experience. Man, seriously, the artwork in Obsidian Flames is absolutely ridiculous. So nice. So nice. All right, here we go. What I have been waiting for. I have, well, on my live stream on last week, we opened up 151 and it was pretty spectacular. But I have to say, there's ETBs in 151 that are absolutely miserable. And then there's ETBs that are absolutely gorgeous. So hopefully this is one of the gorgeous ones, because I think I opened one Elite Trainer box on the live stream that had 0 hits in it. So 0 for 9. Then I had one that was like 6 for 9. And then we also hit a God pack, which was one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life. It was absolutely spectacular. So if you haven't watched that yet, I would recommend going back to my live stream. Oh baby, Alakazam EX Special Illustration Rare. Boom. That is such a sick card. I love it. Oh yeah, and something in the back. What could it be? 3, 2, 1. Ninetales. Oh, dude, that card is so nice. Look at the artwork. Seriously, is Pokemon not crushing it with the artwork or what? My goodness, that is unreal. Alakazam Special Illustration Rare. So this is one of the good Elite Trainer boxes, I guess. I mean, at least it's not bad. But yes, as I was saying, there's a reverse energy, which is also cool. Some bad ETBs, but we pulled a God pack out of one of them. And so if you haven't watched that, you could go back and watch the live stream. I think it happens around the 2-hour mark. Mr. Mime Illustration Rare and the Gengar Holo. Man, it was spectacular. I also made a short about it, which maybe you've seen if you've been watching. We also pulled a Charizard, so that was pretty spectacular. And pulled a couple other cool cards, but yeah, it was just really up and down. There is some 151 that is really good, and some 151 that is really, really bad. So it makes sense to me that the 151 market is doing pretty good, that the pull rates are just not nearly as good as they have been, and that makes a big difference. So yeah, that's where we're at. I am currently loving it. Like the live stream where I got to open a bunch of 151, I loved it. It was so much fun. We had a great time ripping into packs, and yeah, I'm definitely not bored of 151 yet. Like, to be honest with you, once I pulled the Special Illustration Rare Charizard out of Obsidian Flames, I was like, I don't know if I need to open up too much more Obsidian Flames, especially with the prices. Like, the worth it factor is, I don't know if it's there anymore. Hollow Lightning Energy. Whereas 151, the worth it factor for me is definitely still there. I am loving it. Eevee, Sandslash, Mewtwo. Also really looking forward to the Ultra Premium collection for 151. Some of those are looking really, really cool. Like you got the metal card in there. You got the Special Illustration Rare Mew, which looks really, really awesome. You got the Illustration Rare Mewtwo, which looks awesome. Dugtrio, Fable, Nidoking. 2 packs left. Honestly, this ETB started off awesome with that Alakazam. and it hasn't been all that good since, but the Alakazam is a really nice hit, so I'm not going to do any complaining. Yeah, the UPC looks awesome. You got the gold metal card of the Mew, which also looks awesome. Mankey. Articuno. Alright, we're on to the last pack. Come on. It's already a good day when I pulled the Alakazam. Probably the one card that I do still want is the Zapdos. I mean, obviously I want the 3 starters too, but the Zapdos definitely one of my chase cards. I think the artwork is spectacular with the 3 birds on there. And I would like the Erica's invitation as well. Alakazam EX. That is the last of it. Alright, today was all about the Alakazam. I'll sleeve up this energy that's just sitting here as well. Pretty nice. Alright, let's take a look here. We got the Ninetales EX, the Alakazam EX, then the real special illustration rare Alakazam EX. What a gorgeous card that is. Unbelievable. We got 2 energies. We got the Mr. Mime illustration rare, and then out of Obsidian Flames we hit a double banger pack with the Ice-Q EX Terra card and the Scizor illustration rare. 2 gorgeous cards. That's going to do it for me at the Poke Office. My name is Colin. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you all. If you want to be entered to win the giveaway, make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. And until my next video, peace!